Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. My name is Rachel. Today our yoga practice for flexibility is going to focus on the lower body. So find just a little bit of space to move. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's get started. So let's begin today in child's pose. So you can come onto your knees, bringing them out nice and wide. Big toes can start together, sitting back towards the heels with those hips. And then you can just walk your arms out in front. Maybe just kind of rock the hip side to side a little bit to see if you can send them back towards those heels a little more. And then let's drop the forehead all the way down to the mat. And relax your shoulders, the back of your neck. Closing your eyes here. And taking a nice deep breath in and out. And another nice big breath in and out. And one more nice big deep inhale. And big exhale. Awesome, you guys. We're going to take just a few moments here to settle in. Maybe you can find some stillness throughout the body. Just kind of feeling the breath. And just relaxing a little bit more. And let's stay here for just 3 more breaths. Relaxing through your jaw. Just feel your stomach expanding as you breathe in and coming back in as you exhale. One more big breath here. Awesome, you guys. With your next inhale, whenever you're ready, just start to walk your hands back in towards you as you lift your forehead and your chest. Nice work, you guys. Okay, we're just going to bring our right leg forward. So we're going to stand up a 90 degree angle with our leg. So bring your right leg forward so that the shin is kind of parallel to the top of your mat. And bring that back leg behind you. That knee is going to be nice and bent. So kind of like you're making a 90 degree angle with the front leg and a 90 degree angle with that back leg. And then we're just going to kind of turn our chest to face forwards, face that front leg. And maybe starting to lower the chest. Maybe you feel a whole lot of things with the chest lifted. You can definitely stay here. If you feel like you want to move your legs a little bit, slightly, to better suit you, you can definitely make some little adjustments. But we're kind of feeling this all through that front leg, maybe even into that back leg. And some people can just melt it down and kind of hang out. Resting the chest on that front leg. Nice work, you guys. Take another breath here, wherever you happen to be, if you folded or if you're still lifting the chest nice and high. Feeling some love through that front glute, hopefully. And then you can start to lift the chest back up. We're just going to take that back leg. So roll to the side a little bit so that you can swing your back leg forwards. And let's just plant both of our feet on the mat. That left foot, it's going to rest on top of the right quad. So you might need to lower, straighten that right leg to get your foot on top of the quad. And this is a great place to stay. Or if you are able to plant that foot and bend that right knee, you can start to do that. Kind of like you want to give that left leg a nice hug. Might be more accessible if you lean back, take some weight into the hands. That's a great option too. Or maybe you want to lean forward a little bit to get a bit more through that left side. Nice work, you guys. Okay, if you did bend that right leg, I want you to straighten it out long. We're going to take this foot, and if you can, slide it in towards that right hip crease. So it's going to be nice and close to you. And I want you to kind of be able to tip forward in this. So you can definitely put your foot on your inner thigh if it does not feel good to have your foot in your hip crease. So a couple options. If you're able to kind of let the edge of your foot kind of sit in that hip crease, you might get a nice little ankle stretch here, side of the foot. And let's all just fold forward. So flex that right foot. Point those toes up towards the ceiling. Get that hamstring stretch. And relax through your shoulders. Just a few breaths here. Not staying too long in any poses today, so settle right in. Close your eyes if it feels good. Just feel. Nice work. Using an inhale to lift the upper body back up. If you're folding, just let that left foot come away from your leg. Plant it. Walk your other foot in two. Little rock side to side. We're going to switch sides. So the left leg's going to stay forwards. We'll set up our 90-90. So set it up. Again, it's just kind of a guideline. If you have a better position for your legs, you can definitely go there. If you feel the stretch more or a little bit less, if this is too much. And then if you'd like to tip forwards or stay lifted or flow between the two, go for it. Nicely done, you guys. Using an inhale, start to lift the chest back up. Just gonna roll to the left a little bit so that you can swing that right leg forwards again. Plant those feet, bend those knees. We'll be taking the right foot and resting it on top of that left quad this time. So you can start to set that up if you need to straighten the leg or bend the leg. Find what works best for you, where you get a nice glute stretch on that right side this time. Sometimes giving your legs a nice hug, really get that stretch. Nice job, you guys. You can start to straighten that left leg when you're ready. Taking that right foot now, maybe bringing it towards that left hip crease, or just bring it to your inner thigh if this doesn't work for you. And you can start to flex that left foot. Take an inhale, lengthen. And if you want to fold forwards, have that forward fold. And an inhale. When you're ready to start to lift up and uncross the legs and bring them out in front, maybe rocking your legs side to side a little. And then you can just cross your ankles, come onto your hands and knees. And let's bring our right foot forwards to set up a lunge. So I want you to get that left hip flexor, a nice deep stretch, that left hip flexor. So stagger that back knee a little further back if you need more. I just want you to keep your front knee over top of your front ankle. That's it. And you can keep your hands on your mat, almost like you want to rest your chest on your front knee. And sinking into those hips. Feeling all that love through the top of that left quad. Nice, you guys. Just a few more breaths here. Our knees down right now. And that's great. That is great. You can stay there. Or if you want a little more, just tuck your back toes, but keep your hips nice and low. Lift that knee up so the hips are still nice and low. Just wake up that leg for a moment and then let it come back down and untuck your toes. See if that maybe created a little bit more length through that hip and deepen that stretch slightly. Nice, you guys. All right, take one more inhale. And as you exhale, just start to send the hips back, straightening that front leg, setting up our half splits. So just send the hips back enough to straighten or find the stretch through your hamstring, through your calf. Nice job, you guys. Using an inhale, bending back into that front knee. Sink into the lunge just one more time. So good. Awesome, you guys. All right, let's heel toe our foot over to the right side and set up a lizard. So turn your toes out slightly. Bring your hands to the inside of your foot. Again, we're still sinking those hips low, low, low. You can find your forearms or stay up on your hands. And feeling all that love through that right leg, through the hips. And if anybody does like to reach back for the back foot, you can start to bend your knee, grab your foot, get a nice quad stretch. But just know that if you can't grab your foot, don't worry about it. Just stay in your lizard with your foot down. Nice job, you guys. If you do have your foot, gently let it go. We're slowly going to lift up and heel toe our foot all the way over to the left side. So setting a pigeon. We did 90-90 at the start. So if that suited you better than having your back leg out straight behind you, you can bend that leg in, set up your 90-90. But if you're still with me, take an inhale, lift your chest. Stay here, or exhale as you fold. And take one last breath here before you start to move. And slowly as you inhale, starting to lift yourself back up. If you're able to bring yourself back onto your hands and knees, you can definitely go straight there. If you need to transition in a different way, eventually find yourself on your hands and your knees. Then we're going to switch sides. So that left leg's going to come forwards, setting up the lunge for that right hip flexor. So again, knee is over that front ankle, and to take it further, slide your back knee a little further back. Find that hip. Keep your chest just down, hands on the mat. Maybe a little rock side to side if you need a little help finding that stretch, or if you just like doing that and it feels really good. For me, it deepens the stretch. And just checking in. Sometimes these lunges can be a little intense and we can clench the jaw a little bit. We can start thinking about, oh, when are we going to be moving next? So just bring everything back to your breath. Soften the shoulders. And just a few more moments here. If you did want to try to tuck those back toes, keeping the hips low, just kind of lifting that back knee. Wake up the leg for a second and then gently place the knee back down. Again, maybe that deepens things for you. Maybe it doesn't. Just something to try, something to maybe think about. Awesome job, you guys. Let's take one more inhale. And an exhale to send the hips back just enough to find the length and the stretch through the back of that front leg. And whenever you're ready, let's use an inhale to bend back into the front leg, sinking those hips forwards into that lunge, and then you can heel toe your foot over to that left side. Turn those toes out to point to the corner of the room a little bit, staying on your hands, dropping to the forearms if you'd like. You can even rest your forearms on something. And if you want to add that quad stretch, you can reach back for your foot. And with the foot in your hand, gently rest it back down. And we'll slowly start to heel toe the foot to the right side of the mat, all the way over, laying your shin down for pigeon, or bending that back leg in for your 90-90. But take an inhale, lift that chest, and exhale, lower down. Taking another breath here. And then using an inhale when you're ready, just to lift your chest. Again, we're going to push back onto our hands and knees. So meeting there in tabletop. Maybe letting the hips just rock side to side for a moment. And then you can start to bring the knees out nice and wide. We're going to end off here with one last child's pose. You can have your big toes touching. If you want a little bit more for the hips, spread your feet out wider, but still push the hips back towards your heels. Drop your forehead, rest your chest. Awesome job, you guys. And if you're ready, just use an inhale, lift the forehead, walking your hands in. Take those hips, lift them away from the heels. Cross your ankles, sit all the way back down in a nice comfy position. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart, close your eyes. I hope that you enjoyed the practice today and you have a lovely rest of your day. Until next time, namaste.